Today we're going to be talking about the Hardy Weinberg Equilibrium and selection. Our population is going to consist of goldfish with these specific phenotypes. Here is our original population, and as you can see, the genotypes are expressed in this population. Here is our goldfish population. We have 9 green goldfish, 42 red goldfish, and 49 orange goldfish to give us a total of 100 goldfish. Here is the gametic array calculations where we have 0.3 big G and 0.7 little g. And here is our genotypic array calculations with 0.09 big G, 0.42 big G, and 0.49 little g. Here is the Hardy Weinberg equation, which will tell us if our population is in Hardy Weinberg equilibrium. And we essentially will use our dominant allele big G to be expressed as P, and we use our recessive allele little g to be expressed as Q in this equation. And we do that over here where we can confirm that our population is in Hardy Weinberg equilibrium. We are also assuming that our population is not violating any of these rules in Hardy Weinberg equilibrium. Now we're going to undergo selection in our population, and in this case we'll be undergoing directional selection by inserting a predator into the population. And this predator is going to be a human, and that's just a picture of me because I'm a human. And this human prefers to eat orange goldfish and avoid the green goldfish, and we're going to see what happens when this occurs in the population. So we write down the values of our initial frequency from the Hardy Weinberg equilibrium. So that's these values over here. And then we have this fitness value, which I created. And as you can see, the trend is actually going to appear this way towards the green phenotype of goldfish. And basically what you're going to do is we're going to multiply these two together, so our initial frequency and fitness, in order to get our proportion of survivors value. We take the value of proportion of survivors and add them all together in order to get our weighted average, which is 0.58. And we take this value and divide it against the proportion of survivors in order to make it a proportion of out of 1. And we get our frequency after selection, which are these values here. And as you can see, the frequency of green goldfish has increased while the frequency of orange goldfish have decreased. And we can see that in this new population of goldfish where the number of green have increased and the number of orange have decreased. And so again, looking at our original population, which is over here, we can compare that to our new population after 1 generation and see the number of green have increased. And also the number of red have also increased, but this only occurs initially. And over time, after many generations, we see a large proportion of green goldfish and a smaller number of red and orange goldfish. And this is what our population looks like over time in these graphs, where our population shifts towards the big G allele and shifts away from the little g allele.